We're going to stay with January 6th for a minute because we have even more new information about that horrific day. There's a court filing from an FBI agent. It was obtained by NBC News. It acknowledges in that document that Trump supporters were discussing armed revolution on social media in the days leading up to the riot. This is in sharp contrast to how FBI Director Christopher Wray has portrayed the intelligence value of online chatter. NBC News national security correspondent Ken Delanian has the details. Good morning to you, Ken. Let's just have you tell us about this report because there is a lot to digest here. Who wrote it and what exactly does it say?
Good morning, Ellison. An FBI agent named Patricia Norden wrote it, and she wrote it as an investigative report to describe why the FBI was investigating an NYPD officer, Thomas Webster, who has since been charged with assaulting a Capitol police officer on January 6th. And the language in the report is unremarkable for those of us who have been covering this. We all know that people who were planning to come to the Capitol on January 6th, we're talking in social media, online, talking about bringing guns, talking about mounting a revolution, sharing maps of the Capitol complex. The significance is that it was the FBI saying it because the FBI has been downplaying that social media information all along in congressional hearings and elsewhere and saying that it wasn't enough for them to act, for them to write an intelligence bulletin, which they did not do, for them to share information. And that's one of the things that critics say prevented a more robust security response that could have kept those people out of the Capitol. So the language in this FBI court document really contrasts with the language that FBI Director Christopher Wray and others have been using in public about what was said on social media and whether it was valuable to the FBI, Alice.
Yeah, let's talk a little more about what FBI Director Christopher Wray said, because he testified before the House Oversight Committee just last week, and he did talk about the FBI's response on January 6th. How exactly did he explain things? What language was he using? And what do you kind of take from that testimony, given what's in this document?
That was a frustrating hearing because although House members hammered Wray over what they called an intelligence failure by the FBI, they never really got him to answer the fundamental question of what information did the FBI have and what did it do with it and why didn't it view that information on social media as a warning. Let's take a listen to exactly what Wray said about this.
To my knowledge, sir, we did not have actionable intelligence that indicated that hundreds of people were going to breach the Capitol.
So wouldn't this be an intelligence failure if you did not have actionable intelligence and if the CEO of Parler knew what was going on and half of social media and half the folks on the internet knew what was going on? Wouldn't you describe that as an intelligence failure?
Anytime there's an attack, we consider that to be unacceptable.
It may not have been a failure to gather the intelligence, Ellison, but these lawmakers are saying it was certainly a failure to use it properly.
And Ken, has the FBI announced any changes to how they gather and use social media since January 6th? And if not, will they?
Again, the FBI has been really vague about this. They've said they want to improve on this score, but they haven't explained exactly how. The Department of Homeland Security, by contrast, has announced a new plan to mine public social media posts for what they call narratives of extremist violence to use as a signal to determine whether they need to increase security at any particular point or before any public event. Elsa.
All right. Wonderful reporting, Ken. Thank you so much for that.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.